Martell Holt walked in with Destiny Payton, and what should have been a simple outing to browse furniture became what felt like an emotional therapy session. The twist was that the conversation didn't just stay on business. It cracked Martell's mask wide open. At first, he tried to make it seem like this was all about an investment property, strictly business and nothing personal. But the longer the cameras rolled, the harder it became for him to hold it together. And that's when viewers realized this wasn't just another scene. It was a full-on confession at one point. Martell casually mentioned Arionne Curry, the woman who came into his life after his marriage to Melody collapsed. He tried to brush it off as if it were nothing serious, but Destiny wasn't buying it. The tension was obvious, and then Martell dropped a bombshell. Arionne wasn't moving in with him unless they were married. Fans immediately buzzed over the revelation. But Martell took it further. He admitted he had even been looking at rings for her. That was shocking enough. But then he revealed something deeper. He confessed that his divorce still felt raw and damp, fresh, and every time he looked at his kids, he thought about Melody. The contradiction was too obvious to ignore. Destiny told him point blank, "You aren't moving forward." And she was right. How can a man say he's shopping for an engagement ring while admitting he's still stuck in the past? That's not moving on. Its confusion, dragging both Melody and Arionne into a cycle of unresolved pain. In that moment, right there in the furniture store, Martell froze. His silence said more than his words ever could. When he finally tried to explain himself, he scrambled, describing how Arionne respected him, cared for him, and cooked for him. But fans saw right through it. They knew Arionne wasn't the prize, she was the backup plan. Because Melody had been the real deal. She built with him, challenged him, and pushed him to grow. Losing her wasn't just about losing a wife, it was losing the foundation of his life. When the episode aired, social media went wild. Twitter exploded, Instagram filled with memes, and fans didn't hold back. One viewer wrote, "You don't. Miss Melody, you miss the lifestyle she gave you." Another commented, "Melody was the main act. Arionne is just the understudy." And Melody herself, she didn't even need to mention Martell. She posted a glowing rooftop picture with the caption, "Healing never looked so good." Fans instantly connected the dots and cheered her on as the definition of moving forward. Meanwhile, Martell posted gloomy selfies with no captions, which looked more like regret than confidence. Arionne tried to insert herself into the conversation with a robe picture captioned "Wifey Vibes." But the internet dragged her immediately, pointing out that being called wifey doesn't mean much when the man is still confessing he can't let go of his ex-wife. Behind the scenes, insiders claimed Martell admitted he never believed Melody would actually leave him. In his mind, she was supposed to forgive him forever, but she proved him wrong. She left and she built an entirely new life thriving with businesses, speaking engagements, skincare products, and more. Melody is booked, busy, and glowing, while Martell has been left clinging to reality. TV checks and small deals just to keep up. The bigger question became clear. Was Arionne ever really the woman Martell wanted, or was she just a placeholder to fill the space Melody left behind? Fans believe it was the latter, and his own words in the furniture store backed that up. Even when Destiny tried to lighten the mood by sharing her own dating struggles, Martell cut her off to lecture her about men, which rubbed viewers the wrong way. How could Martell, whose personal life was in shambles, give anyone advice about dating? Destiny laughed it off. But her face made it clear she wasn't convinced, and neither were we. Word then spread that Martell had reached out to Melody through a mutual friend, hoping to set up a meeting, but Melody wasn't interested. She set her boundary and said no. That was growth. She refused to fall back into the same cycle. And while Martell, Melody, and Arionne dominated headlines, the ripple effect hit the rest of the cast as well. Marsa and Letitia Scott, already battling rumors, seemed more determined to prove their marriage could survive. Kimmy and Morris. Scott showed strength through Kimmy's health journey, with Maurice's steady presence contrasting Martell's chaos. Miss Wanda, always ready to stir the pot, hinted that Martell needed to get his life together before starting anything serious with anyone else. And Nell, Lance, and Tuan added their voices in side conversations. Pointing out how Martell's mess affected the whole group, it was like Domino's one raw confession in a furniture store. And suddenly, every cast member was reevaluating their own life and relationships. The biggest shocker, though, came later. Sources say Arionne found out about Martell's confession during filming. When she saw the footage, she reportedly screamed, cried, and threatened to leave him. But as fans, no, Arionne often says she's done only to circle back. Still, the damage was done. Martell had shown the world that Melody still lived in his heart, no matter how much he claimed to have moved on. So where does Martell go from here? Does he finally take Destiny's advice and get real therapy? Does he stop covering up wounds with new relationships and face the truth? Or does he keep spinning in circles, dragging Melody's name, dragging Arionne's name, and dragging himself deeper into regret? Fans are tired of excuses. They want to see growth. They want accountability. They want Martell to either move forward in a healthy way or step back entirely. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just a reality TV storyline, it's real life. It's about choices, consequences, and what happens when you take someone for granted. Melody Shari has shown us what healing looks like. She's thriving, glowing, and focused on her kids and businesses. Martell Holt, on the other hand, is stuck between the past and the future, unable to let go of one while pretending to build another. Arionne Curry is left in the middle, and Destiny Payton is forced to be the truth teller Martell won't be. The Scotts, Miss Wanda, Nell, Lance, and Tuan watch from the sidelines, reevaluating their own lives as the drama unfolds. And in the end, one emotional conversation in a furniture store didn't just expose. Martella tied the entire cast together in ways nobody saw coming. That furniture store moment didn't just give fans a glimpse into. Martell's tangled emotions set the stage for deeper cracks to show across the cast. Viewers began questioning whether Martell was truly capable of change or if he was simply repeating old patterns in new ways. His words revealed that he was still haunted by Melody, still searching for control, and still trying to hold on to an image of himself that no longer matched reality. Meanwhile, Melody's quiet strength spoke volumes. Without ever directly addressing Martell, she made it clear through her actions, her success, and her peace that she had moved on. Fans saw her resilience as a blueprint for healing, focus on growth, set boundaries, and refuse to settle for cycles of pain. Her glow was proof that life after betrayal could be beautiful. And that struck a chord with viewers who had followed her journey from the beginning. For Arionne, the situation became more complicated. Every time Martell showed even the slightest connection to Melody, it undermined the role Arionne believed she had in his life. Attempts to prove herself to the public only backfired, leaving fans to question whether she was more invested in the image of being with Martell than in building something genuine. Her frustration, though understandable, revealed a deeper truth. As long as Melody lived in Martell's heart, Arionne would always feel like second place. Destiny's role in the conversation also stood out, acting as both friend and truth teller. She pushed Martell to face realities he preferred to ignore. But her blunt honesty also put her in the crossfire of fan debates, with some praising her for holding him accountable and others questioning whether she should have let him unravel so publicly. Regardless, her